afternoon, guys. Coming up here at 6. We will. I'll be breaking you down your weather forecast here straight ahead. I will be breaking down your forecast, and I hope y'all had a great and a lovely weekend. Also, hope your weekend went great. If y'all got outside this weekend, I hope if y'all got outside this weekend, hope y'all enjoyed your weekend of getting outside. And I actually got outside this weekend some. And right now, good afternoon, guys. Good evening, guys. It is currently 6 p.m. here on your Sunday evening. Right now, let's get a check with your live weather forecast here this evening. Right now, first things first, we go take a few camera tours live here this morning. Here, I mean this evening here at 6 p.m. here on your evening tonight. First things first, we're going to look over in downtown Knoxville to get our evening started off here this evening. Here's a view over in downtown Knoxville. Look at that amazing view. We can see some cloudy skies in downtown Knoxville this evening here. Here on your Sunday this evening, looking a little bit cloudy in downtown Knoxville right now. Nothing to be concerned about. Here's a live view over the Gatlinburg camera. Look like people are just enjoying today over in Gatlinburg this evening to wrap out the weekend this weekend. Now we'll take our last camera view live. It is to the. Can you guess it before we go into look at now? Yes, if y'all guess it right, here's a live view over the Blunt Memorial Hospital camera. We can see looking looking like a little bit cloudy start to your evening this evening. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I'll have a forecast like a video edition later on tonight. Keep that in mind also. Right now, let's get check over with some weather maps here this evening. Right now, let's recap all your UV index for today. Today, our UV index was in the very high category at the number 8. Keep this in mind. Today, our UV index was in the very high category at the number 8. Keep that in mind. Our UV index today was in the very high category. I hope you all read your sunscreen today. If you didn't, that's okay. Um, but today we had our UV index was in the very high category at the number 8 today. Please keep that in mind. Also, please keep that in mind also and all that stuff. Right now, here's a recap here over at your 12-hour forecast here today here for East Tennessee. 10 a.m., my bad, 10 a.m. was 75, 12 p.m. noon to lunch hour was 80, 2 p.m. was 83, 4 p.m. was 83, 6 p.m. 82, 8 p.m. will be 77, 10 p.m. will be 72. Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind here for this evening. Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind here for this evening also. What was our wake up temperatures was at earlier this morning for your wake up temperatures here for your Sunday morning? This morning we was in the 60s and 70s. We was 69. Knoxville was 67. Maryville, Oak Ridge 70. Maynardville 71. We was in the 60s and some 70s here earlier this morning for your wake up temperatures for your morning this morning. Keep that in mind also. Keep that in mind. Right now, let me give you a check with your other weather graphics here this afternoon, aka this evening. Here is a recap here over at your day ahead. This is your recap here over at the day ahead for today. 7 a.m. was 70, 10 a.m. was 75, 12 p.m. noon to lunch hour was 80, 3 p.m. was 83, 6 p.m. 80. Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind here for this evening. Keep that in mind also. Here's a recap here over at your forecasting highs, what we was going today. Here today for your Sunday for your forecasting highs today here for East Tennessee. We we was going 85 Knoxville, 85 Maryville, 87 Teleco Plains, Today we was forecasting our highs today to be in the mostly in the 80s today. Yes, we was forecasting most of our highs today to be mostly in the 80s today. Keep that in mind. Mostly in the 80s. Mostly in the 80s today. Also for your forecasting highs. Here are your evening forecast for this evening. This is your evening forecast here for this evening. Here we go. Six. Hang on momentarily. 6 p.m. 80. 8 p.m. 76. 10 p.m. will be 72. Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind, and so much more. Right now, here's a recap here over at the day ahead again. If you're just tuning in, here's a recap here over at the day ahead. Here's a recap here over at your day ahead. 7 a.m. was 70, 10 a.m. was 75, 12 p.m. noon to lunch hour was 80, 3 p.m. was 83, 6 p.m. 80. Keep this in mind. Please keep that in mind here for this evening here on your Sunday evening. Now here's a recap here over at your 12-hour forecast here for today here across East Tennessee. This is an recap here over at your this is a recap here over at your here's a recap here over at your 12-hour forecast here for today here for East Tennessee. 10 a.m. was 75, 12 p.m. noon to lunch hour was 80, um 2 p.m. was 83, 4 p.m. also was 83, 6 p.m. 82, 8 p.m. 77, 10 p.m. 72. Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind here for this evening. What was our UV index today? Today our UV index was in the today our UV index was in the very today our UV index was in the very high category today. Keep that in mind. Our UV index today was in the very high category. Keep that in mind. Our UV index was in the very high category at the number 8. Keep that in mind here also today and etc. and so much more. Right now, let me take a look over at some other weather maps here this evening here with you all. And some areas this morning for your Sunday morning. No wait. Some areas here earlier this morning for your Sunday morning. We was a little bit foggy in some areas here earlier this morning for your Sunday morning. And in some areas this morning was in the 60s and 70s. We was 69, Knoxville was 67, Maryville 67, Pigeon Forge 62 Bryson City, 67 Maryville, 69 Knoxville, and 64 Calico Plains. We was in the 60s in some locations today, in 70s and 60s today for your wake up temperatures and for your Sunday morning. Keep that in mind also. Keep that in mind. Now let's go look over at some other weather maps here this evening here on your Sunday evening. Welcome Sunday evening, y'all. We made it today. We made it through a weekend. Look at this amazing sunrise from this morning. Wow. Look at this sunrise from your Sunday morning. Wow. That's amazing sunrise from your Sunday morning. That's amazing sunrise. Here's a recap here over at your Sunday day planner for today. This is a recap here over at your day planner for today. 8 a.m. was 71, 12 p.m. new to lunch hour was 79, 4 p.m. was 84. Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind and so much more. Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind and so much more also. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind also. Here's a recap here over at your day planner. Today we have winds out of south. No, today we had winds at out of west at 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusts 15 miles per hour. 7 a.m. was 69, noon was 80, 4 p.m. was 84, 8 p.m. will be 81. Yes, it'll be 81 there. Keep that in mind. It will be 81 there tonight. Here later on this evening. Keep that in mind. Now let me take you all to your 7 day forecast right now here for East Tennessee. If I can 7 day forecast. Ooh, that looking nice. Good. Here's your 7 day forecast. Here are your 7 day forecast here for East Tennessee. Keep this in mind. Tomorrow for Monday, 82. Tuesday, 80. Wednesday on Hump Day, 82. Thursday, 85. Friday, 87. Saturday, 89. Sunday, hello 90s. 90 on Sunday. Thanks for watching your live local weather forecast. I am meteorologist Braden here. I will have a video coming up here a little bit later on tonight. Keep that in mind. I will have a video I'll be uploading here very soon. Have a great and a fantastic um Sunday night. Enjoy your Sunday night. And I hope I see you back here again tomorrow for your Monday and later on this evening for a forecast video edition. Have a great night and stay safe. Bye, y'all. Hope I catch you back here later. Bye. Peace out.